In this video, I want to show you how we work with a single population proportion, and specifically in this video, I want to work with a confidence interval. So I've created a little Excel template, and when I say I've created, I've taken it from somebody else, but you can see I have a little template here with some highlighted spots. Now, when I click on the 500 here, you can see that I'm using an Excel function, the counting function. And I'm actually counting. What I did is I went in and I put in where my data was located. In column A here, you see all of my data. The responses that my survey could provide were either yeses or nos. Now I've ordered them, and I'm just scrolling down here, and you can see that there is 500 of them. Let's see if I can get down there fairly quickly. We're almost there, and you can see it goes to row 501, and that's because the first row, let's go all the way up to the top, the first row is the variable name, whether the response was yes or no. Now I've ordered them. What this counting function will do is it'll go through and just count how many responses there are. There are 500. If I only went and got the first 10 observations, that would be 10. And then I said, here is a response of interest. Yes, I want to look at the proportion of yeses. And so I had to type in the response that I was interested in. I could just as easily, watch what happens when I type this to no. You'll notice, oops, let's go back here, let's escape. You'll notice that there are 140 yeses. There's 500 responses. Let's see what happens if I turn this to no. See how it changed to 360? And so whatever response you type here, that's the one that you're going to be doing the proportion for. So I'm asking, all right, of those 500, there are 140 yeses. That's what this count if function does. And then the sample proportion here just takes the responses that were yes and then divide by the total number of responses, the 140 out of 500. That gives me the 0.28. I can put in any confidence coefficient I want, anything between 0.90 and 0.99. You can see all the numbers below this are changing when I do that. And then the rest of the numbers are found automatically. The level of significance, you subtract that from the confidence coefficient from 1, and you get that. It turns it into a z-value from the z table. You can see a norm S inverse function. And then there's some math here. And the math here is just the equations that are necessary to generate the confidence interval endpoints. Now, as an option, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little template, and everything moves slowly when I film, and I'm going to come down here. I'm just going to type it again, and I'm going to take these guys out. I'm going to take these two out. So if you have a data set, let's say you've sampled 400 students, and you find that 125 of them have certain characteristic. Maybe 125 of them have a tattoo, and you want to do a confidence interval for a population proportion. All you have to do is put your sample size in here, 400, and if 125 said yes, they had a tattoo, now the math's done for you. I don't want you spending time working through confidence interval formulas or test hypothesis, test statistics when we get there later. So this would be an easy way of, you can just put in the numbers. You don't need to use the count function, or you don't need to use the count if function if you already have totals of how many successes and how many failures you have. And so this template is going to be made available to you, and all you need to do is plug in the value, the sample size, and the count for the number of successes, and then you can change your confidence level to whatever you want, and you get your lower and your upper endpoints. And that's the part I want you to be able to interpret. Give me interpretations, a practical interpretation, a theoretical interpretation, and be able to answer some questions. And I'll go through all that with you in the lectures. But I wanted to give you a quick little video showing you how we can use Excel in this little template here to come up with confidence interval endpoints for proportions. In your class, in the Canvas site, I will give you the template, and then this video or some direction will accompany it. So if you have questions, you know how to get hold of us. Have a great day.